And I was talking to my friend John Lurie, and I was like, you know, he goes, I don't know. I said, I hope they weren't like looking down their nose at me. You know what I mean? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can play, man. You're a player. You're a musician. And I realized, like, because of that kind of shit I felt when I was a kid around the jazz musicians, and I admired them so much, and I felt like I went to this other kind of music, I've always felt so insecure about it, you know, and I realized, like, you know, I don't need to. You know, especially like when I went to go make my record and I was playing with these great jazz musicians, and I was like, God, I hope that, I was insecure with them, you know, I was like, God, hope they don't like they're not just doing it for a check and they're gonna look down on me and think, oh, he's a no-playing fucking rock dude, he doesn't really understand, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like that at all. Like, they're like, we're all climbing this mountain of music, like, hey, where you are on the fucking mountain, you got something to offer that, you know what I mean? They were all just like wanting to, and sincerely wanting to just like realize my vision with me. Mm-hmm. You know, in the most beautiful way, like, it moved me, like, and I'm just now in my life, like, kind of like conquering that, all that, you know, those feelings of inadequacy as a musician, you know, and just wanting to work and be as good as I can. I mean, always like that, but now I work more than ever, you know what I mean? It's like, maybe I've like, as I get older, like, my life gets crystallized, like, into this, God, my wife's gonna laugh at me. I always fucking cry in an interview. She's like, you're not gonna cry, are you? You know. but it's so funny, huh? You know, but like, it's just I care about shit, you know, like now that's my life, it's like, yeah, I got, you know, I just want the love in my life, the relationships in my life, and my work. You know what I mean? Taking care of myself. Like, it's just like, I got no time for anything else. The days, you know what I mean? I go to bed thinking about, like, trying to be better. I wake up in the morning thinking about, how do I get better? How do I honor this time that I have, you know?
It's interesting.
How much, like kids, they want to be cool so much, and they want the validation. Like, the only way anyone is ever going to be cool is to not give a shit whether they're cool or not, to do their thing. Do your freaky thing. Yeah, be respectful. Learn to love yourself. Do your thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, like, you're nerdy, you're cool, you're whatever you are. Like, what people are going to respect is you being yourself. Yeah, and it's harder to be yourself with all that pressure, man.
Flea, when you guys started the band, where did you...
God, I'm fucking drooling. You know what I mean? And it's in those moments where it's like, because the great stuff doesn't come from figuring and thinking and cerebral. I mean, yeah, sure, you know, you study knowledge, but you study it to let go of it, and you have it as a vehicle to let God come through, you know? So, I mean, you know, everything is vital, everything is important. You know, the relentless study and the lifestyle of, like, a musician, that's what I do. Going back to the thing of not having another plan, like, this is it.
If you're playing a bass part and does Chad say, what are you doing there? And then you kind of go back and forth and figure out, oh, that groove is good, or I don't like the feel of that, or maybe you could do this. Is there a give and take on the thing and adjusting it?
For sure, yeah. Yeah, it depends, or maybe try this or that.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone's always like, you know, wants to tread carefully around everyone else's ego, you know. That's the hard part about a communal thing. You know what I mean?
Is it weird when you come in to present an idea, even nowadays, are you kind of, I wonder if they're going to like it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, less so now, because I don't care as much. Like, because I really, you know, I feel like as time goes by, I learn my own value and believe in myself more. And, you know, I know it sounds crazy to say, but yeah, always. Like, you know, you sit at home and you play something and you think it's great and, oh, this is going to be great for the band. And you bring it in, the guys are just kind of, I don't really feel it. You know what I mean? And it's just like...
This is very funny because everybody that I interview says the same thing. These songs that become iconic, when the person that presents them, they always are kind of like, oh, are these guys going to like this?
Yeah, no, always, man, yeah. It's just a thing. It's like... It's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, being in a band is a very vulnerable feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But when we made Blood Sugar, which was the first record we made with Rick Rubin, and Rick was like, look, it always sounds like they're using too much studio technology. When you guys jam in a room, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, nothing else sounds like that. You guys playing together feeling off each other, the tension, the release, the improvisation, it's happening. You know what I mean? And we knew that already.
Yeah.
But he was the first one that said, let's put up mics and capture that sound. Let's make it sound like you guys playing together in a room. And that's what it sounds like. You know, and let's not, you know, yeah, and with everything, you know, it just sounds, it's just us fucking playing. Yeah, there's some overdubs and whatnot, and all the records pretty much have, since then, for the most part, have been that. You know, with, you know, varying degrees of experimentation and overdubs and, you know, yeah, more so on some records than others.
Lollapalooza that happened in '92, and that all these seminal bands with you guys headlining. I mean, that was like a real moment in time. Then that time period, and Blood Sugar Sex Magic was such a massive record. Did you guys realize that you kind of had gone to this next level?
I mean, I knew that we were doing good and was making some money and bought a house and stuff, but you know, we had been a band already for almost 10 years,
yeah.
You know, and it was just gigs, man. You know what I mean? Like, and we had been, the thing is, like, everything had been so gradual from the beginning. You know, it's like I look at it like we were doing the same thing the whole time and always trying to get better. You know, and maybe the music as it grew fit the rooms that we were playing, you know. But we started off with clubs, we're touring in a van, you know, sleeping in the van with all the equipment, playing like, I remember one point 63 shows in 63 cities in 63 days.
God.
Like nonstop, sleep, no, you know what I mean? Just like going, rocking. You know, we were so young. And then it was like, you know, we got a U-Haul trailer. So then we could lay down on the seat in the van, or if there's, you know, 2 rows of seats, 2 guys on the floor, 2 guys in the van, and a little room in the back, you could lay down. You know, huge development, U-Haul trailer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, then a mobile home, there's a bed in the back. You know what I mean? 3 guys could lay on the fucking bed, or 2 guys or whatever, and there's little couches, you know what I mean? And then from that to the first bus, you know, and then we're playing theater, 2,000-seat theaters, and we have a bus with bunks. That was the huge thing. You can sleep. You know what I mean? And then, you know, and then a nice bus, you know what I mean? And then we get build bigger. You know what I mean? It's all this stuff. It's like we had been playing for so long, always advancing slowly, always each tour a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. And it's still like that. It's still the same. Like the last tour we did was our first stadium tour. We played plenty of stadiums, but our first, and people, you know, difference between an arena and a stadium is different. Arena's 20,000, stadium's 70,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you go play stadiums all over the world, like it's still growing. And it's like every step of the way. So when we did that first Lollapalooza, it was just the next logical step, what it felt like at the time. And it felt like another festival. We had been playing festivals like that in Europe forever. They didn't tour, you know, in one place, but we had done all the festivals in Europe. So it was just, you know, it was a cool gig. You know, it was cool. It was fun to be with all the other bands. It was, you know, playing music, you know, and it was cool. Like, you know, we toured with Ice Cube. I loved Ice Cube. At the time, I thought he was the best rapper that ever lived. You know, he had just put out his second album, Death Certificate.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, we're playing with Ice Cube. You know what I mean? And no, it was really, really fun. Yeah, very, yeah. So I guess I was conscious that the music that we were playing and that the bands were playing had become mainstream. Because all of a sudden, it wasn't like I was looking down at the cool kids.
Right.
I was looking down at everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was different. It was people that weren't from the cool scene, the rock scene. It was people who were just like, this is the big thing. Like it's what you go to. You know, like in every town, it was full of people who hadn't been part of like the rebellious alternative underground. It wasn't underground anymore. Let's put it that way, and it hasn't been since.
Flea, tell me about your bass influences. Who are your top 5 bass players?
Well, you know, the first one, and I never realized this till recently, and I realized it when I wrote my book. You know, I put out a memoir, you probably know about it.
Yeah.
And when I was writing it, I was writing about my stepdad, and just because he was a big figure in my life and stuff. And I didn't realize till I was writing about, like, watching him play the bass, that he's the hugest influence on me. And I didn't even know it. I never even, you know what I mean? Our relationship was strained. And I never even thought about it, but the physicality and the way he approached it, I realized was directly my approach to playing even though he was playing upright, was directly my approach to playing the bass. Like just, I'm gonna destroy this fucking thing, you know? Like all the anger, all the frustration, all the feelings of being misunderstood, all of the turmoil, it's coming now. You know what I mean? I'm going to a primal scream kind of state, you know? And so him, Walter Urban Jr., he was a great, great bass player.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's so many and it's always changing. Like right now, my favorite bass player is Anna Butters. They're a beautiful bass player. They actually play on my new album, and the way they play electric and upright is just so to the core and the essence of the groove, which I've really been thinking a lot about lately. Michelle Indigio cello the same way. Saw her play the other night at our fundraiser for the school, and she's like, I just don't care about the virtuosity and the technique. I mean, yeah, it's great to have it. But when I see Michelle or Anna play these lines that are so perfect, and they can do anything they want.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like oh, they're remedial. No, it's like they're getting down to the music, you know? And that's so beautiful to me. It's such like, it's like a Zen koan or something. You know what I mean? It's like the truth. Just play the truth, you know? You don't. It's great to have it. But when I see Michelle or Anna play these lines that are so perfect, and they can do anything they want.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like oh, they're remedial. No, it's like they're getting down to the music. You know, and that's so beautiful to me. It's such like, it's like a Zen koan or something. You know what I mean? It's like the truth. Just play the truth. You know, you don't.